Now, before I do so, no, I want everybody to understand the mission and the goals of transformation. I know some people here when I train in society, I'll be going here for it. But to be honest with you, no, personally, I have a goal and a mission for transformation. The first goal and ambition is that you was soon there, you womb, you were peaceful for, you won't come for, it be a Baha'i for, it be a Harikrishna for, it be a Buddhist Hindu for, it be super pastor in there. And it's no, by and by, so the best fire by being a one of a bit to be a 2 pound and credit. Say we are Christian, we are Germany, sorry, no. Then I'll go to the area, we'll go to the 2 pound. That's the first reason. And so the piano, a foundation, no, is very important. Say, oh yeah, baby, and I will see that be now a foundation, no, and yet very stronger. One year very careful, structure over CSC foundation, so one day, everything I could have said. And you know, the foundation of everything, no, is very crucial, very important. And you know, there are many things that must be many transformation members yet check. But before I say you better be accommodating all this, you know, we need to have a very strong foundation. I don't think I say when you be able follow me at many a times because me trust and me can be a positive thinking. Say we must be positive. We must not think evil against people. We need to try as much as possible. Say you better develop the attitude to forgive freely. Say a better you know why? Because the ukonya to me be unya some energy be. Now we need the quality to forgive easily. One day you are going to say they are not at the so there are the real things that minya entry because I still feel safe. The foundation is not built yet. Because many a times when we meet like this, I am here question and answer for one reason. I want to see the level of the understanding of the members. But unfortunately, many a times, you know, questioning in our for me, you know, I see say a side issue. Only few questions and a border on the real foundation of our spiritual development. That's the main reason why the real thing up to now has not been given fully. Because some basic thing now, what has happened for about 2 years, that will be possible because what are the talents of the day? The person has been with us for more than 2 years. That is the so Diana or what a jetting. Some of these things I've emphasized more than 200 times. So I think, okay, the people are not ready for the real thing. So let us go on, keep on asking those basic questions. But truth to be said, I have something very special that I want to share with all of us. So I will be so pleased. Say, let's pay attention for the foundation. Because the foundation is not strong. Right? Foundation. So one day, people are and if you know, so we are a member of transformation. There's one thing I want you to do for me. Empty your mind. You know, stop thinking, so I'm a Christian, I'm a Germany, and I'm a Hindu, and I'm a Harikrishna. Now, when I'm a Philippine, so you have new thing here. Very difficult for you to absorb that. You know, people say, let's forget about everything. Let's empty our mind. Like I said, we want to study, we want to build ourselves. And by the side, at that point, I'm here to inform and tell. Nevertheless, you know, there are many things that I have been given now. It is coded. Only few people are able to access those information that I give. Even though I don't say, okay, OPP our person astral projection, you know. These are the things you need to do. But in a sense, you know, the secret to those things has been given in a very coded form. Only few people are able to access it, and when they come to me, they give so many good testimony about those things. They may come to see and say, all of us, you know, we must try as much as possible to understand the goal of transformation. See, if you are here and you are unable to forgive people, it will be very, very difficult for you to be able to absorb what actually we intend giving. Common forgiveness, I want to me emphasize here. It means you are not even qualified for anything higher. Because you can harm people anytime. See, we will be a one to move on the enter. What it means is that will be how to create you go to any mile to do whatever against the person. And as somebody who's trying to become spiritually potent or a spiritual aspirant, you should be able to see something that's okay, wait, anyway. If you have that ability, that means when you be a somewhere, obey who the way I'll be to me after manipulating you. So please, say meditation, I chance, you know. That is the real thing. And they say, or China be no problem. Now, French and I know, maybe I was software be our tie and pipe, my own friend, no, maybe a man be out on the channel, be or yet a drum mount. So, as an individual person, what can you do at that point? That is the main reason why this the meditation for spiritual awareness, ABBA. Because we want to develop our individual self. And before you be able to develop the foundation is be positive, don't think evil, learn how to forgive and forget, and then try to see which means whatever you sow, you reap it one day. And knowing you say you love yourself, you will not like to do any act that will reap evil in the future. And you'll be nice to each and everyone. All the spirits in the world, all the positive energy in the world, as still about to be too tentem. So today, is a day I would like to answer many questions. Even though I said I have something very special that I would like to teach all the men. I know your Bema, you see about Bema, and it's many responsibilities in the house, which most of the times, engineers, Picasso, and Juma Stem, how about industrials and all that. So today, I have some few things that I bet to me a boy, am I industrials, said the bear, you bet to me a boy, never see a depend on us, you bet to me a boy. No, when say, Sika can be created by you as an individual. So these are very special signs that today we will learn. There are people around us, they complain about, I don't have money. But they are not asking themselves, what am I not doing right? The only thing you are thinking of is, I don't have money. But you wouldn't ask yourself, what is it that you are not doing right that is not allowing money to flow into your area of jurisdiction? There are techniques and there are some few things we need to do. And also, apart from our mindset, there are some leads around us that it's a new project here. Things like wealth, finances, draw closer to us. So there are some few things I would like to teach today when we group together because Emmanuel NGB. The other time I met them, I taught them some few things that will help them, and I hope the men will also have to learn something, separate from what the women, were taught the other day. And to make about the main reason, the goals and the mission of transformation is to build our individual self. So we are Christian, we are Kramoni, we are Hindu, we are Christian, behind me, we are Kankani, Sumbia Ubia. You need to build yourself from whatever point you find yourself now to a higher level. Everything you are benefiting a small room, any amount for much. So at this point, I'd like to ask for questions. And in this there will be somebody who will be passing the microphone around. So as I said, no one is very snappy because people will have doors. The other is if 1/3 of the people here want to ask questions, it's a bit tricky time. So question will be very snappy. Thank you very much. Transformation.
Yeah.
Me pacho, yes, somewhere, man.
This one last of all. Okay,
But our questions here, no. Quino, a be, ya bano, ya the Corsia, a bear come. But from that. Okay.
Confirmation. Thank you. Welcome. Some questions. How well combined I recognize and avoid all the curricular policy. That's why my English behind that thank you.
It's a question. Yeah, I can't share me now.
There are sometimes when I want to avoid your phone. It's true that we are. The church said, hey, dear, umpire now, Bonocran, who would just say, who know me that you will move you with some part of my room and yes, so far with water. So, we'll be on in 5 or another one. Okay. Last question. You got to work on confirmation. You need to question. Mudras, no? Okay.
But all answer we are now next fight.
Okay, thank you. So I have some few questions here. So the first question is meditation. Maybe I'll be a vegetarian and I say, what did you seminar that we have any impact in the meditation that we do? Yeah, the friend said, and for your kinds, we said you are what we eat. And maybe I would be an Saturday and ever be a very soft food, one I want to ask you. So you will be a what I see a very hot bar. Maybe I would be a woman that go now with the dishes and I did too spicy. And I too peppery, my whole baby. Now, you know, we will be outside with this side now. Would develop quality be a fan of passion. The BBN was just okay. The answer now what I see the beer and fermented too much. They say, but Kunomani idea a fermented beer and the idea. It actually sits on your intelligence and your activeness. So why am I would you go now make a sepa? The see anyone who as I know I am as a food to my because all the food is fermented, it sits on your intelligence, it sits on your activity, and then you live very low. There are others here, it actually emancipates your feelings, your understanding, and then your spiritual awareness. Sex food, you know, all the masters, I can say, self fruits, vegetables, grains, anything normal here. If you know, it free all the negative energies in your system. Don't be said that vegetarianism assists one when I will give me now spiritual awareness. I'll say yes. Because there are 3 categories of food. There are food in the mode of ignorance. There are food in the mode of passion. And there are food in the mode of goodness. So, Sabi and Yahono is saying you will be piano in an effect also. So, it is recommended that the opposite food content temples to one. And just say, maybe I would eat other food that would be to content, or to combat, and yet, in the mode of goodness. So food in the mode of goodness, it be a fruit, it be a vegetable, nuts, grains, and it's not normal. These foods are considered to be the mode of goodness. Then the anana would be a mouth fountain. Okay? And if you say, will be a vegetarian, not all your meditation. You want to be a clairvoyant. Meditation, will be a vegetable depending on the level of your concentration. That man, you woman be a man or testimony said the first time I was joining here. All your meditation or your two. And one of a year, or you're very beautiful. I can say, who is that? She looks too beautiful. And the other body no one show you on I don't know how we know every day. And this person I don't even know her. And that was the first person first day of participating in the meditation. So I was telling her, the first body we are very beautiful. No? That is your real self. So it means that she is developing the ability of clairvoyance. And it's a way of clairvoyance to be to know your meditation. And I will be quiet. Not the literally will be overcome with negative energy. You will see a very dark cloud around the person. So this called Nani Pano, will be a very positive energy. We don't say something like a moon, and I said, the way you remember, a Jenny Palestine was here. So whatever you eat, whatever you drink, it has impact on your system. So it is recommended, say, if you want to do meditation and make very quick advancement, try to drop red meat and then normal. Before you eat, so you have to cause of violence and what those things will agency negative energy. But it doesn't mean that will be a number other things, want to me and relation, and I want to me in the result of meditation. Over to me, yeah, by Obibiana or the bicycle by got at the Punyan. But Obi or the car by the Panadra. Senanka will be the helicopter nearby, go back to the JNANA. So, yes, you will get to the destination, but somebody will get there before you. Until it's a advantage now, the way you use helicopter from, say, my area now, Baha. No be the bicycle back, no be the motorbike, but no be the car back. Ubon say the crew helicopter and bedroom hunter because the means now the banner is safer. So it is recommended that you minimize your flesh and meat and those things eating. It lightens your body and makes the body very receptive to subtle energy. Okay? Anything I want to tell you that Buddhist for and our mom yet have to food in they restrict them from taking flesh. Or we are very sensitive to energy. Even your energy, not only get on promoting a chiba. All move and sensitive the energy because your body becomes very receptive to energy. Okay? So, we'll be able to benefit from the meditation. But those who are able to minimize their intake of flesh and meat, they have to see almost 10 times almost to be more reception to those subtle energies around. Thank you very much. And number 2, give me the stones and okay. All your meditations are. You don't need stones and pendants and those things. What you need is your mind. The only thing you need during meditation is the mind. Because you are an individual personality, you are part and parcel of the spirit being. There is nothing that you don't have within. But in the environment that you find yourself, if there are distractions and normal distraction will be there, it's about focusing more on the meditation. And so people will prefer that they want to be in a secluded place, maybe in a room or be anywhere. And what they want to light some candle because the flame of the candle, when it connects, the fire connects with the wick and the wax, it actually generates some mystical energy around. Somebody would like to light some candles. And because of elemental forces, when you burn incense, it makes the area very serene. So somebody is okay, I want to burn incense here. All these things are add-ons. It's okay, there's no problem. But it doesn't mean that you need these things before you can, achieve the result of meditation. The only thing you need in meditation is your mind. So if your mind is focused and your mind is actually concentrating on the voice or the direction of the master, you'll be able to achieve all the results that you are aspiring for. As a matter of fact, thank you very much. Then the third one is the one they will find does it have effect or does it bring any positive results? See, prayer means communication with something higher. At times, you see people on fire, I say, Papa, in the form of Ujina or the Kata. How that the power show. One of the people when they did now, one of be depending on. But when you say when you are speaking this way, it is a prayer to your father. Many times, you know, the whole vampire, your vampire today a force or an energy or a personality or your superior to you or within your own power, all you have one in your own and one demon winner. So now you are talking to God through prayer. Now go from Epicasa. And then I said, God will understand. In fact, prayer prayer. Meditative prayer, you must say verbal prayer. As some of our own country, one, and what I do, I don't want our way on because God understands the deep crest of your heart. You know, He knows what you are talking about, what you are even thinking. But said the bear one hour vampire, over something to capitalize on, you know, in your over vampire banana. Because I will can't be none if I will can't attempt or tears. Now, when I can won't the conviction is not so much said you can say. And on one side, we say yes, it is important to understand your prayer. And in the Bible, be now born as even in your propaganda, and our local language, I will say, try to get the import of the prayer. Even if it's not word by word, I mean the essence, the import of the combination of those words now you need to have understanding. For instance, those who have been reciting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it's a Sanskrit word, and yet English, and your and your idea of it. But you can understand it's only 16 words and 32 syllables. The Hare, it represents all the spiritual energy of God. Hare, H-A-R-E. So when you say Hare, it means the potency of God. When you say Krishna, there are many names for God. Like I for you say Erade Onyankopon, and you for say Mau, and can for say Atana, or Brunite God, or call Israel, we say Jehovah, or be friend or Shalom, different names for God. Or call Arabian countries, or Onyankopon, say Allah. Okay? China for whom you Buddhist for almost say Buddha is the name of God. To call Sanskrit one, the name for God there are many, but the prime one is Krishna. So we say God, Krishna means God who attracts everybody. And when you say Rama, Rama means the reservoir of all happiness or all pleasure. So when you combine it in that nice, arithmetic way, you say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All that you are saying is, the potency of God, or the energy of God, God who attracts everybody, God who reserves all happiness or bliss. Please engage me in your service. It's as simple as that. But that is the most powerful prayer. You know why? Because the younger son, nobody higher, see, Obi be our spiritual aspirant, and there's something they teach you. And they say, be careful of your desires. Because whatever you desire for today will come to you one day. But unfortunately, time my best one desires any bomb now. So be very careful with your desires. And you say, no, so who name with destination? You don't even have good desires. But if you know your destination, that destination will carve around some desires to be a bit here towards where you are trying to end. So be careful with your desires. So the best desire is you want to become a servant. You want to serve God, you want to serve humanity, you want to serve society. If you are being allowed to become a servant by God, everything you need will be provided. It's a secret. The CIA, with the OPA, the entry application say, a buying a Ghana government, we can't say Flatter House or Jubilee House. Over say a 7 there. The word 7 that will be awesome. And now they are pressure. But as soon as they are Emma can become a personal 7. Obi for every minister, the political award only. So you are trying to get a very high position, but you don't go as to know, I want to become a high person. You go and seek for service. And when that service is granted, there are so many benefits that come. So the best prayer is not to even ask anything from God. The best thing is to ask for the opportunity to become a servant. And as soon as the opportunity is given, you become the master. And and by one yes, you need to understand the wording, you need to understand the combination of the wording, and then make sure that at least the import, you get. And the import, for instance, in Heritage Bible and say, my dear Lord, I want to become your servant. So if you have this understanding, that would desire strongly there. I want to become the servant of humanity. I want to become servant of my society. I want to become servant of God. And God grants you that permission. Any other thing that you are looking for is within that service attitude that will demand it from God. But only few people who understand this technicality when it comes to spiritual matters. So we wait 24 hours, pray to God, and we waste our time like that. Just by going to tell God, please, I want to serve you. That alone will qualify you for all the things that you will be asking for. So, spiritual consciousness, we discourage people from asking for basically from God. He said, just ask God that, my dear Lord, I want to serve you. Permit me to serve you. Even though I'm not qualified, because there are so many people who qualify to serve you, but please, give me a little bit of your mess so that I will have the opportunity to serve you. As soon as that opportunity is given, whatever you're looking for will be granted. Okay? So, Yanti and Pai Boy Bonasi. Senior word in the one at least the import or the essence of the whole prayer must be understood. And a question about mudras. So during mudra benefits issue. You see, during meditation, the mudras actually help. Your body will know is a source of power. It's a weapon itself. If you know how to connect all the 21 airs in the body. So connected with tongue to the pileator. It makes all the 21 airs in the body begin to circulate in a very circle order. Then when you connect the fingers, because the chakra, 2 chakra meet, it projects a very high level of sensitivity within your system. So the fingers, they be what they check. Mudras na yet or telegram. This mudra, I had the ring finger and then the tongue, one of the uses for prosperity. But in the meditation, the mudra is with the middle finger and the tongue. Do you be out here the first video I'm here in regards to how to write the inner? My child said a ring finger and the tongue, but the middle finger and the tongue. Sa mudra way a mudra of austerity. We are sa mudra way over 2 pounds sunsumu, but physical material things, you will be devoid of it. So, who would desire, don't do this mudra when you are doing the meditation. So please, there are many technicalities that mean to moon chair all the time. And just pay attention. Not the mention. Now, I many just say, Jana on the telegram I said, Samudra way a prosperity. By name or see any way added here. Because yes, even though this one is prosperity, but this one is more deep prosperity, especially when you are doing meditation. So you connect the middle finger with the tongue for the meditation you are doing. But if you want to follow the other mudra that I taught you on the telegram, prosperity, you use the ring finger and then the tongue. I hope it's clear, right? Thank you. So another set of questions.
Please, another question.
The transformation.
The transform ourselves to transform people.
Yeah, Daddy, you just said that the Hare Krishna prayer is a powerful prayer. How many times are you supposed to recite it before you enjoy its full benefit? And also, if you recite it consciously or unconsciously, will you still enjoy its full benefit? For example, if I see somebody reciting Hare Krishna, the mantra, And as I look at this man, he is reciting Hare Krishna mantra. I may think I'm making fun. Will I still enjoy that benefit? And the third question is, as a Christian or Muslim, if I go to mosque and I'm praying, after my prayers and I recite this powerful prayer, will it be a conflict of prayer, or will I still enjoy that powerful prayer? Thank you.
The question is, you were emphasizing on what we eat. It also affects our spiritual life journey. My question is, according to all the scriptures, if it goes beyond like killing or sacrificing animals unto God, so we being a human being and killing for God, I think we human beings, when we feel it and it affects our spiritual lives, how about sacrificing to God? Like in a certain verse in the Bible, it really emphasizes that bring me my food in due time, the one in the morning and the evening. A 1 year old young bull, what God was commanding Moses as a law. So I just, it always gets me confused, so I just want to understand that. Thank you.
That is part of that. That is, as we are human beings, we need to think about death in this life.
Very important question. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Master, good afternoon. The part two people, I said, there is one question I want to answer several times, but the person is beside me. Said me open here for the the woman said, it's about Christ Jesus. Majority now when you are Christopher and I say the dog.
The prayer.
Now, Bible no baby chere say, Nyankopon pobi amanaba bedenema. Na Jesus Christ e kan so no na be kwakwaje, ono no be kwakwu ajenema. Enti Samuel le hwe ku ye no. Say the papa bi sai. Why na Jesus Samuel na Nyankopon really because from me ati say moja in Nyankopon. Atieti and Jesus Christ you here and I want my ati biem so say John the Baptist every week because of body dey oti there. John the Baptist every 3 years aboneka. Kalma was na make. Now no about say Jesus Christ is here born na say you no here. Wo yi e piece of us here titu mu say obi wuji yen kwa. Really Nyankopon wo titu mu say wo na Yesu be wuji yen kwa na that's it.
Last question.
Transformations. My name is Ebenezer T.B. Cooper, and I have 4 questions. The first one is it true, sir, what we go through on earth has been revealed to us before coming here? Number 2, how conscious will we be after death?
Now we're trying to trick your question, right?
Okay. The second question.
Yeah.
How conscious will I be after death? And then, is there anything like ancestral reunion in the spiritual world? Okay. And finally, is there a special prayer for the dead? For instance, when we go to funeral, the body is laid, everybody wails, wailing, mourning, shouting here and there. And we understand the soul lurks around. Is there a specific prayer or words to tell the soul, especially we those who are a little bit conscious of this?
Thank you. Yeah, there are so many nice and very important questions. Thank you very much. I'm grateful for the question. So, Mr. How many times do we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Yeah, the Mahamantra, any number be our bit me recite it be okay. You see, the mantra no, you should beat, then you have Christopher, we come before you to Rosary. Over Rosary, 54. And come before so you should the 30. And so the chant it and the recite it or more prayer, no? And 99 feet. And people who follow Sanatana Dhamma, when they Sanatana Dhamma means eternal religion, which our Krishna people follow those teachings, you know. You beat me 108. Now, you know, my children will say in numerology, the numbers matter a lot. And in numerology, number 9 represents divinity. So, even though Christianity and Islam generally so much connection, they fight on many things. So now Christianity, Islam, and people that follow mystical things and they get so connected. But I would study numerology, you'll understand that there's something that runs through all religions. So this of 40 is 54 rosary, be there rosary. In numerology, you know, canon verse 22 the book 1. Until so when you want that my figure, you know, 5 plus 4 amount 9, which actually represents divinity. So if you are not going to the rosary, now I understand. Hey Mary, no. So one by the year with conscious mind, the actual advancement that I want to do, because being them point in our divinity would be achieved that at the end of the day. That's what I'm going to that be no 99. 9 plus 9 about 8. 18 and 1 8. 1 plus 8 is about 9. So be a company, you know, it's that be no. No recite or pray and 99 holiness of Allah, no, for you're very concentrated. At the end of the day, that's the number 9, no, I represent divinity, obey to me and you do the spiritual medical offering. That's so now, those who follow the Natana Dhamma, eternal religion of Wishu, 108. And also a 1 plus 0 plus 8 will give you 9. And also I represent divinity. And the answer what recited 1 round, it means that what I have there from 1 bigger. Over reciting in a busy, baby, I was shot in 3 years. 108 times to know means that you have recited 1 round. So those who are initiated in Sanatana Dhamma, talking about those who follow eternal religion, who they keep initiation and you take a vow, say, over recited minimum of 16 rounds. Now some people can recite 54, 32, depending on their capacity or so what is that? Even 1 round of bar, it is effective. Depending on how much you can concentrate on the word recited. So the many the number to recite it, the better. But even if you recite only 1 round, you still get some benefit. And our second question is say over reciting any prayer consciously or unconsciously, do you get the benefit? Yes. The open be and word be a prayer. No would simple, no recited or consciously. A mouse of effect. But benefit to the end, said you put him the way now reciting. The event said, okay, there will be no worker. While reciting must be authority. You also have a benefit, but not as much as will be upon him. Not conscious, you are prepared now, you pay for reciting. But so now, there are benefits for reciting any prayer unconscious. For instance, so people say, Allah Akbar. If you can move it, you are going to move it, now move it, move it. Allah Akbar, every time the word is okay. Yes, unknowingly, but if there are any benefit to that prayer, you will also get it. Okay? And I'll tell one thing, can I recite the mantra? I think if I must be matter by no matter. Why not? You can do that. In fact, I'm so not interconnected. So you'll be about your religion by year. Almost the essence of religion is to bring you closer to God. Even though the ritual, routine, our person, all that, and my deeper in a way, that the essence or the purpose of religion, but the word religion means to renew, to link, to connect. So it's to connect back to God. And you know, all the prayers we can command it. Probably any. But I will recommend the Maha Mantra is the most powerful prayer in the world. I can assure you that. We have thousands of prayers. When we are doing our prayers in the morning, and Pastor, we have some fire prayers to have different prayers. We have prayer for protection, prayer for success, Unia Sika, Unia Way, prayer for everything. But it said that the Arabic Maha Mantra is the summon bonum. And sometimes the summon bonum, we hear that combine everything together is there. So it is very powerful. So it's money. Now you the Maha Mantra, no. So normally after a while, was an avian, we have to say. Our country, you can say the Maha Mantra. It's powerful. That's how you get to me after your normal prayers. You can add the Maha Mantra. Some of us have gone through Christianity, we've studied Hinduism, Buddhism, we've studied Islam. So we know that it is very good for Bibiana or Yesu of us to make it some spiritual advancement. Then the next question is all scriptures, you know, that can be about sacrifice and animal. So you want to really understand. But all of us in this hall, or must say here under this canopy, so here I am very pet. It's very easy for you to understand. But it's very, very difficult for him. It's difficult for him to understand something that's so easy for you. It's so easy. And they are very our hope from people are very difficult for them. You know, yes, people like eating animals and all that kind of thing. So we can add scriptures like open the grass at the bottom, sacrificing animals, and in the ancient times, you know, when you go almost sacrificing animals, there's one special day where you're going to come for your body. Over the material that they do, Goroga. Goroga is the maintainer or the supervisor of the whole material universe. So one aspect of that Goroga is the blood, because there are some people that are commit all crimes, so many crimes within the year. So at the end of the year, they go and perform some rituals, so they are move on your way, and that is the ultimate law. The ultimate law is that don't even commit sin at all. So those who are not committing sin, they don't have to go and do any sacrifice. But when we are born, God has to give you some avenues here. Everything and minimize the laws in the world to pay or money away. And there are deities in the world, they accept those things. If you know not releasing. But the best one is to remain holy so that you don't commit any sin. You try as much as possible to live a very steady life. And then you don't have to go and do any sacrifice. So, sacrificing animals is not the ultimate law of God. The ultimate law of God is abstain from sin. Don't commit sin. But because people want to commit sin, God has to give the avenues like this in the first one. There are many ancient ways that people have to go and sacrifice of any man. And one thing, those things, as of one and sacrifice, they were very qualified. The priest said, even the animal that will be sacrificed, the soul of the animal attains salvation immediately. Yes. The animal that will be sacrificed for those things, the soul of that animal is given some opportunity to gallop up to the highest realm. But unfortunately now, those priests are not there. I thought when people would get from the programming, I thought about how we are, on the way to a I said, oh, man, swamp for the So in telling you that in this last age, sacrifice of animals is not recommended. It's abandoned. So what is the word to use? It's abolish. That's the word I'm looking for. In telling you guys, this last age, sacrifice of animals for the cleansing of our sins is abolished. In other yuga, we have golden age, silver age, bronze age. Within this yuga, the third age, the second age, the yuga, this animal sacrifice was recommended. But in this Kali Yuga, it is not recommended, abolished, because nipa no obedi any more best arrest one on qualified. About 50, 60 years ago, they communicate with the spirit and whatever they tell you, we are not very. But now, comfort to one of your you know, and only people some more. And Katia across everywhere. There were some madams before, they were very good, you go there, right of things for you, things begin to go on. But madam not one more, you're criminal harassing what I want to over. You see, because of this, in Kali Yuga, animal sacrifice is abolished. So in the sense, in this Yuga, the best sacrifice is to take your time to recite the holy names of God. But if you do it here, you will go to eradicate the accident, you know. There's no need going to sacrifice any animal because there will be negative repercussions on you. And I would say, do we need to think about death? And I tell you that is the most important thing. The most important thing in this world is that death is the most wonderful thing. Because everybody can see someone dying. You saw your grandparents dying, some of your friends last year passed away. By you that you are living today, you think so every time you are not going to be a year. Saturday be a no game over a year back. But who will be that will be now cause of a year? No one answered that also the next week in the So death is the most wonderful thing in this world. Everybody must pay attention to death. It is the only thing that will be empathy. Death is after death is the only thing that nobody bet me about that. The idea when you are so sure, why don't you think about it? If you think about death, it means you are making plans towards it. But because we don't want to even make any plans for death, we don't think about it. I just say ostrich. The danger be bad. Or I don't even to become that going to be just your phone baby or to be any hope. Now, moment, I saw the con, you know. So you are thinking, oh, but me home. Maybe we won't ever. The idea of winning the ever, why don't you make plans? We will be a local school or SS, or the 12 exams next 2 weeks. Now, you see, you're picking to do about the hat. We now have a senior, we're going to be taking them one of the exams. 2 weeks time, Opa was shower and you when you 2 weeks. The next month because you will not 20. So knowing very well that 2 weeks time you want to go and write your exam. If you are very intelligent, you take your book and study. So if you know, there is certain that no matter who you call yourself, no matter how powerful it is, you meet it, the best thing is to sit down and think about it. Because death is the final exam. One pass there. There are many horrible things that happen. Maybe later we can talk about it. You need to pass the exam at the point of death. And how do you pass the exam? You should be able to think of God at the point of death. Because whatever you think of at the point of death, that thing you will attain without fail. So how do you qualify like that? It means that as you are living, you must associate yourself with things around God, because whatever goes here stays. When we were kids, there's this movie, every among all that 27 guys, now Journey to the West. Unku, monkey being a chef for that one. Yes, sir. And I heard those movies. Baby, I will take chef who no Pierre. Don't understand the name of a pastor. When you have any one scene on that movie, whatever you watch so many years ago. So that's the way our mind is. And if we are associated with them, it's actually deposited on the surface of our subconscious mind. At the point of death, those things will be read back to us. So if you're able to put so much thought about God on the surface of the subconscious mind, then at the point of death, those things will be played back to you, and that will help you think of God. I either guarantee you salvation, liberation, or emancipation to the astral realm. So death is so important. All of us should think about it. At times we hear Japan, you forget about everything. I tell you, when the day comes for you to write your own will, One who bring will sweating, your name will not be part of the will. Remember anything distract you from thinking about the final end. Death is so important. I mean, I said, and people speak against death as if death no is superior to God. And some doesn't control death. Yamian doesn't control death. To use one of his personalities who is in charge of death. So you will go. They are one by a few who said you were evil. Who told you? Huh? God is death. Huh? God is death personified. You don't know I'm telling you today. The man you want to say Jacob the young and about something you who and I'm not trying to count. But I'm telling you, it is the same God who gives you life. He takes it. Yamino Mount Kano or no one effective won't come because nobody is superior to God. So the Bonsami no go won a Bonsamo, a tank of Coco and Gobon, the Asian or a powerful thing. Death is God. Let me master say, or that can't that story was say, so a crack. So when a man gets a number of your money and you save one. Or can only inside or bet me a son man to other no. The sinner, not their fat, but so that she had. Or the fear not that go on, you mean have one place. And when the kitten finds itself in the jaws of the mom, the kitten feel love. The kitten feel love personified. Also, why my mother loves me, you see the way he's carrying me around. But the same jaws, you know, when a rat or a mouse finds itself in the jaws of the rat, you know, the mouse does not experience motherly affection, but it sees death personified. So, when death comes, you receive death as God. And those who don't want to have anything to talk about God, they see death as evil. Those who try to live a righteous life, people who believe in God and they try to live in a way that benefits all society. When death is coming, they open their arms and say, wow, because they see God coming. But those who are very evil, like that of the rat or the mouse, they will see death personified when they find themselves in the jaws of the cat. So never ever think say no. Because as I see and you have your feet, there is a place we must go. So when the time is due, not say you won't go. So Yankopon will be the not bad. The time no swan. No before. So mom paying tia owo. Because when you live a righteous life, death is not something to be feared. Death is never something to be feared because who live a lifestyle that when death comes, God's angel will come and pick you. But the one there is the opposite of the angels of God that they will take with you at anything. The same way there are two personalities who take charge of death. One of them, you call them Vishnudutas, and one of them, you call them Yamadutas. The Yamadutas go for those sinful souls. They are very horrible creatures. When you see them, you will pass through. Yes, some people, when they are about dying, they will be shitting, they will be urinating, they will be shouting and be crying. They are very horrible creatures. When you look at them, you can't even sleep. But if you live a righteous life, you see very beautiful personalities that they will come and take you, and the soul will be happy. So, Mr. Obi, I'm here from today going. Yeah, I'm standing here today talking like that. When the time to do whether I like it or not, you hear in the news that, oh, JNANA and their transformation guys don't know. And I didn't know. And then, yes, I have to go. When the time to do, you go. So everybody is going to go one day. So you need to make the plan. And what are the plans? Make sure say your activities are not the source of suffering to anyone. It is very important. Make sure someone can say it's not the source of problem to anybody. The main thing of other people when you are engaging in any activity. Don't be selfish. Somebody laptop when I'm very and the same baby cry because you have it a laptop. A human being doesn't think like that. Okay, maybe but see me there. Then I mean people hey, a basic crime kind and I'll get to unload it. That life must be taught consciously. Young because me, one thing I've been thinking of all the time, I do with that question is death. As when I'm very quiet, I sit down and I begin to ask myself what will happen after my demise. I ask myself a lot of questions, and it helps me. So at least, no matter what. But at least, the majority says, oh, mine will know you're very good. He was a good man. And a brother, nice man, or yeah, dear. And of course, I want people to speak this way. So before I make any move, I try to say, yes, unknowingly we can offend people, but we should consciously try to say, will not be the source of suffering to other people. Then say, he covered by. See many people in the marketplace. They are nearly a ton of 5 Ghana cities. We come 18 cities. We talk 5 Olonga. 18 Ghana cities carry near a ton of 5 cities 3 days ago. At times we think, sir, when you know, so we are not only 18 cities. That lockdown, Nippon, a comedy. Come and say no, any idea of you were the cause and nature is going to act. So to me to already because CCOD and get me on money by the Baron compare the Libra. Only guarantee of money by man corner go she will be a copy in the beginning. Nippon and the no copy if true that Nippon or we are maybe on the power of man the man being Yanka. Who got in our from 5 to 18 cities has been the cause of somebody's death and some people are orphans today, so nature will act it. Make sure your activities doesn't become the source of suffering to other people. Okay? Life is very complicated, very sophisticated. So those who want to attain emancipation must be very conscious of what they do today. So please think about them. Because when the time is due, please, you will go. See, I remember about a very beautiful young lady in Kumasi, Doris, who you'll be out in. She was one of the friends of JNANA. Daddy's girls, very beautiful and nice girl. So be able to post a picture like that. The day I heard again in Japan, I was informed from Dubai. Said the girl, and when I checked, I was with my wife and I said, what? So is that when I said the girl is sick and she's going to die? Nothing can be done about it. And I tell you, I'm on full way I said I am here because I know that death is part of us. But I am here because I see her. Very vibrant young girl, very beautiful, very serviceable. By the time it's gone, it's up, she's going. One day you go. So I think about death. Maybe you won't find message what they have. Yes, sir, obey Japadia. But don't forget about the last day you have to leave this world. That's the most important thing I like to talk about. And then, see, was Christ crucified because saying I'm going to and I did that kind of question, very intertwined. See, my kind of Rachel, many times I am not offending any religious set, so I find ways and means of saying things that, side on the pedal. But truth to be told, Christ was never sent to come and die for us. I'm telling you, Christ was sent to come and save us by preaching to us for us to change our bad ways. But because the kings at that time didn't want the truth, they killed him. So yesterday who want to hear Nyango Pama, get time or ya cry or him for weapon of Kuno, can Nyango Pama come here? Huh? Why not tell the CA? So who will be our bonnet? Nani Pansepa, Mebane Tamia, or the one in the Fan to give them a Kumibanza. So Nyango Pama, I mean, see the way people think at that time, there's no harm in Tatia. Maybe Nyango Pama, or Jam the bonnet. But now we are in the Jamming and Go. That's the answer I made over one better. You let me have a Kumibanza. That's the best sense to you. Nyankopon asuma yesu se omra na omra meka nyame asem na amanfo a omo mpochire mu abone ahye omo ma no This is the main reason why Jesus was sent. No obewu ye no, na nyame nim so obewu. Na yese ehia to onko wu asa Nyankopon age nkwa. Nyankopon say ade na agwakoye no. Okokoye amanfo mpeye bekum. I say yes, even though I know I will die, I want to go so that I can speak to people. No, I'm on Sano Munyan Pagi. So they killed Jesus not because Nyankopon ka say Yankokum no. God knew. But yes, I am yes we are nipa enti Munyan Pagi. What kind of sense is that? No, see, Yanka Bibianto, and I have missed a question. At times we go to church, we don't ask these questions, and it doesn't help us. Yanko Papa saw a young pan. He doesn't have to kill his son before he accepts us. No. That can never be true. Here's to see a memorable example. Ghana phobia, I go catch China. Now China no makano coronavirus about and then they are among Punya. Ghana nyama. Ghana government say me phobia obetimi either I can't play home. Now I go China. Now what team I go Ghana Ghana feel home in another. No, the mafu play na Bagana. The way I know on the Okwa, there's every possibility I know better. Ubenyabi. The money is go. I will say, okay, I'll go. Second of all, 200 power China. Now when you have been me, I didn't be able to do. I will go there and then bring all of them to Ghana. You know, and now the guys must have called him said, Okwa, then Ubenyabi because Yadena will close so far. But you decided to go and save the Kenyans there. So now for the DDP. Now Ghana 40 move play the Ghana and just a bank as a corner for the DDP. Or Casako, now go save Ghana for. And I'm saying I didn't want to know. I didn't know when you be at home. That's the scenario. Exactly. Anything I'm going to know, I'm not born in Patel. So I was on to me about my name, I get the book was time. Every time I was there, time I used to come by, and then I'm going to go on again. Huh? Yanko can say, Abraham. Oh, wait a minute. Madame for Panawa. Now, yes, you are my week. Anything I can have in your bonnet, Dana. So then I'm going for Abraham born in China, that didn't know or qualify as the best friend. No one fish the buy and I use Waba. Now, according to the Bible story, or say, depending on a beer young Magie. A beer young Magie. The Omon and Kumon don't know what time on. Now, I'm going to job. Now, why not Uncle the Bible come and the one in a job? See the truth in the say. Yanko Pong as my use the corner for come at them, but children grow for. No, most of my brother or woman in change. But God knew that people at that time am better great, so the son will be crucified for that. The next Bible, yes, or be walk away, born in her. Huh? Why is that the blood has been shed, but so now money was at least. The account said, "Oh, be obeying yes to a Samson, a Benjamin Pagi, and you'll be an Mojabi. Say that Mojabi going and getting a money be against as it will be all Mojabi. And I've been telling you this. Jesus Christ, over your scripture, my friend, set your vex of a thought. I just said he was an empowered incarnation of God. The way we address Jesus in a piece of compo and addressing that, I think Jesus is an empowered incarnation of God. So he deserves to be worshipped. But as soon as the years in Yamepeno, often. Don't know that I know Bassa, this will be a very Yamimba, or something Gaza, or be perfect. No, don't say that no one is perfect. You know, he knows his position. For kind Revelation, the last, chapter in the Bible, and all your idea, you don't say, then it be, you know, who send a sort of be, and our community on our Comiano, or Bitia Comiano, or Shensi will be a Kohana, and answer to say, and I don't aid this car was any Pakura or Tecomiano. Now, what's your Comiano 24, as I try young Comiano, and the elders been at this. Now, elders will be piano as a golden crown, a shady thistle. And your tech community and sending a connected to a visible, and a book will be at the heart. Yeah, this seal, I still know. When we are winning seal, there was some mystical books to be all. Books, you know, say, wouldn't him how to open the seal and own me. Yeah, locking will be in the book before you open, you have to make a mudra before the seal will be broken as what it may be. So a book like that has 7 seals. And I say, why in a bet me, I be a book? Don't say, Obia was not qualified to open that book. So I had to tell them also. And as I had 24 elders, because I mentioned, I give them Mujata, I can quite excuse to know. I know what their qualification to open the seal. And not open the seal alone, but to also open it and read it. I don't say, hey. Now within, also in the midst of the throne, and in the midst of the 24 elders, you know, I saw someone standing there. So the years you look at wounding or Bible, you know, in the spiritual world, you know, or nipa. You don't know. Huh? Yes, you know the way. Yes, I'm afraid now see yes, in the spiritual world, or nipa. We have a beer bag or contestment of the other and able to work at it. Remember, 1 minute. And yes, I will again. I will say, the way of finding the welfare, you see the baby is a nice, beautiful, handsome man. Jesus is not a human being in the spiritual world. So don't say, and I'm to be until the army still, no. Not also, the also are that, and by Ivona or what thing go down, and what you go ahead about say, the Pacho, makes you. Now, a yes, you don't put a Hana or no Obas as in so be he is qualified to open this. The member, my reputation, and I'm a cam will be a member of them and the back. Typically, from verse 3, and no man in heaven nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. Now, book will be able to remember and have be so. Verse 4, and I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. Verse 5, and one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, had prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. The American Revelation chapter 5, verse number 1 going. You will not try to go. So, verse 6 says, and I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent into all the world. The form of Jesus Christ in the spiritual world is a lamb. In the spiritual world. When you are the Jehovah with you, now bang AS7 and then AS7, that is the form of Jesus in the spiritual world. As also who says that, for me, I'm making a yard, a young Busisema. So let's go before this quotation. Chapter 5, no, 1 says, and I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne, and in the hand of Obitia Konyan Swan, don't so Henry. And then I say, yes, you ever be pure. And I'll buy an all bit me a pure book. And then on the final day now, BBM CPO revelation, and catch out say, Nango Pahimamu, and Yango Pakatina Konyaso. And I yes to be a book be more. Why are you telling me that Jesus is God? No, do you get the drift? I didn't see a new young man, and I don't work out revelation. And I don't say, me who say I could be so, or be to saw or say, and our book will be done in 75 or be anti me. Me go so miss na pena obi abepi or any pan ever be. Say any pan about baby or any yes no. Then now you tell me say Jesus is the same as God. You don't have any sense. I'm sorry. Or not the Bible no can how can I bet you say your dear communion and no one a yin who back by yes if you be na buy ya obey the obi book. So that personality sitting on the throne and the personality opening the seals, you know, cannot be the same. The master, yes, one can be that say, oh, Or say Benin Majane Yabako. It doesn't make him God. Bible say Bama Befina Nabusi of Four or the Hobako Kana Yeho. No Maya Honambako. Mama Hannah, how many of you have gotten married for Johnson Madi? The Bato no Yabako. Quantitatively, yes, quantitatively different. Only I didn't see him on the Yabako, but the scale of their wife. Oh, it's married for 12 years. So now they are 300 you feel go to book. Then you tell me, sir, and I'm the other meaning and they are back with me that you are one. You are not thinking well. But he is the one with the wife because he is thinking, sir, the children must be taken care of. Said the bear dancing on Betty Makoski no Mabay. The wife is thinking same. Tibosume no Yan is already nothing. Or if you go to your school fees now, the wife will not complain. Why are you wasting this money? Because they have only one mission. Let's take care of the kids. So in our old age, these kids will take care of us. Because of this, they are one. But it doesn't make them one in flesh. So understanding is that Jesus is an incarnation of God, an empowered one. But he is not God. And every scripture will say, in the spiritual world, Jesus had a foreman. And here will be a nice man with a nice hair, with a big smile. He's having the body of a lamb with 7 horns and 7 eyes. And that is the real form of Jesus in the spiritual world. There be an hour you say, now if you hear verse 1, no, chapter 5 of Revelation, verse 1 says, and I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals, and I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and whatever. I mean, for chapter 4, verse 1 to 8.
Go your wife for charge.
Make up verse 4, chapter 4, verse 4. And round about the throne were 24 seats, and upon the seat I saw 24 elders clothed in white raiment, and they had on their head crowns of gold. Verse 5, and out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices, and there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 seals of God. And before the throne there was a sea of blood like unto the crystal. And in the middle of the throne, and round about the throne, were 4 beasts, full of eyes, before and behind. A lamb with 7 horns and 7 eyes, and not one holy straight forward. Here the other 4 beasts are also very straight forward. Now say, straight forward, they have eyes full here and then back. My kind of the forms of these beings. That's verse 7. And the first beast was like a lion, and the second beast like a calf, and the third beast had a face as a man, and the fourth beast was like a flying eagle, and the 4 beasts had each of them 6 wings about him, and they were full of eyes within. And they rest not day and night, saying, Holy, holy, holy Lord God Almighty, which was and is and to come. And when those beasts give glory and honor and thanks to him that sat on the throne, who live forever and ever, the 24 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne and worship him that live forever and ever, and cast their crowns of gold before the throne, saying. So the American Christianity say there are other forms. One is like a lion, one's like an eagle, one's like a cow, and one's like a human being. They are all human beings, but different forms. They are there. And when they give thanks to God, then the 24 elders will fall down. So Jesus Christ form and just strange. That is the real form in the spiritual world. So he cannot be God. Even though he is an incarnation of God, but an empowered incarnation. So people need to understand this technicality. So the question is it true that we know our destiny before? Yeah, Obipia, before you come to this world, you know all your destinies. And in the womb of your mother, your 7 lifetimes, seven different lifetimes, past lifetime, all will be revealed to you when you are in your mother's womb. all the body, you have been a kid before, you have been a girl before, you've been a man before, you were some thief, you remember all 7 lifetimes. And now in the womb of your mom, you cry to God, please, this time around, I will never mess up. I will not mess up. Because see, your funeral problem a woman. Can you just imagine say I will say, Uti Abba become 9 and I'm Sasha. And now my me and you obey piano, that's where you eat from. Obey Yama, I say me medoma cook nobody. Now what is show? Obey no say me picture, now what is show? People say your funeral. There's so much tension on you. So you pray to God, say, please, when I live here, I worship you. Then the hand of nature, the hand of Mother Dogger, and Baba told me, I wouldn't know whether truth, whatever it is, then you'll be pulled from the womb. When you're Baba and from your farm, one way, yes, President Wesel, and as President Baby Careful, yes, I know you don't feel it. Now, all the things you saw in your mother's womb, you forget about everything. Now, they say, we are Kenny, and we are Kren, and we are Bruni, to say that's away. You go through all this and you forget about all that you were taught in your mother's womb. When it gets to this point, now you forget. There's a good there. I didn't mean kind, yes, and you're not correct. 2 years, and who kind of be out here? Are you telling me that never happened? So the fact that one kind of be just said, so yes, all of us, but because of that, young fire being condoms, we forgotten about all those things. Many dreams are young, a normal as to a past life, and I had done what you want to know. There will be a lot so that I know your hand. So the attorney said, Mr. Obian tried, we can still remember our past life through meditation, like what we are doing. Yeah, I bet you will go to a point a bit to me, I think, up wow. The chargers. Okay.
Mammy, Obi, Mammy, Kibble. I get it.
Okay, thank you. So I think the next question is number 8. How also will I be after death? Yes. As soon as you leave your body, you become very conscious. And no matter how to say, you can go there and come within a blink of an eye. You become so conscious that nothing is oblivious or nothing is hidden from you. You know everything. But there are some laws that will compel you to do what you don't want. That is, you will be forced to accept another body in your next life. So, being conscious, yes, because when you were living, you are not conscious. So, if you are not conscious now, you become conscious after death, but there will be a superior power to follow. So now, try to become conscious and live a conscious life. So when you leave this body, there are no limitations for you, and you can do whatever you want to do by going to the higher realms. And the ancestral reunion. Why not? As soon as you leave your body, all your ancestors or more free more, they are in a waiting. No, you will see them. Some of them will even come and then receive you. So yes, there are many souls or more free more. They know all the same lineage. You know, there is a place called an ancestral world. Obi oha or tiasa asisono. Now the end, the person is doing everything possible on the clan of Busia. Such souls, when they leave, they are being sent to an ancestral world. Those souls come and meet you. Or maybe shout, but they don't have any power to take it where they are. So when you are then as you are there with them now, then the body will come and drag you and send you. So yes, when you leave your body, there will be a reunion with your ancestors. And then just say you go where they are, but you can see them. And when you see them, because the soul is very conscious after death, you know that this is my great-great-grandfather, this is my great whatever it is, you know them, but you cannot say, okay, you want to follow them to wherever they are, because your activities will tell where you will need to be taken to. And then special prayer for the dead. Yeah, there's something we call pinda. So now the person is in calamity now or distress, there's some prayer I made to me, I release you. But to say, the body is there. Is there anything we can do for the person? won't you young by book my year? The money or yeah, no, you're silly. The papa or yeah, you're silly. I never go a bit to me up for my own pie, but me up for soon. He said, when you die, within 13 days, the soul must leave this area. But people, the souls are so much attached to worldly things that they don't even pay attention to the astral tunnel. One hour body becomes food for the soul, and it will guide them to see the channel for them to leave the environment. Then umpire power bottom. Boy, everything I want the battle soul, he said, it guides them to see. There's a light, follow the light. That's the only thing your prayer can do to the dead. Obania way or Papa way in the Siciliano, a bit to months a name. I will take on fire body to me. I guide the soul, no, so the bear will be free. Because after the 13 days, the soul becomes earthbound. And the problems there, we'll leave it to discuss another day. Thank you very much.
Next question.
Thank you.
My question is chanting Maha Mantra. Okay. The benefits, any mudra, any meditation, so no, the benefits. Say, Obi chanting Maha Mantra. Na say, wa performing meditation, na wa nye mudras like ebe emani who enlightenment and so be sure meditation only with mudras, no one chanting Maha Mantra. And also no then ebe me person me the difference between the two.
Thank you.
That is the question, and it's during the partial lockdown, meaning a story beer, almost a planting Roman for anywhere, say 80, 40, and Mamukani, Echo pay bush to be ground. And I lockdown the became with a young muscle, and I was back. And so they are saying that Roman 4 and a movie to Omar giving say on the from here before or Christiana story and everything. I think that Mr. So me actually moved the idea about 6 in time when your man I think it beats me up and that's also you know. But never, my boy minutes, never.
Okay, so about the lockdown. Okay, second one.
But the second one is more procedure. What you are getting to one now, one point, you might make a proper pass and we beat me if you want to be a papa.
That is the question. I'm not JNANA no idea no any odi about. But you see, I know say lines in the room is no. If you have a count, then you say it didn't know.
Okay.
Transformation.
The transform ourselves to transform
That
people.
is but not all about Owo, and I will say, I said it can drink Owo. But according to I will say, the brain is also powerful. And thinking of death, and I said, Owo, any possible say, oh, drink Owo Abraham, say, accident did it, and I said, that's down as quick as. Unexpected, and that's something like that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Very good question.
That is an issue. But the question is, I'm reading, okay, fire, I pass through breaking test. Fire over pass through the African. Aye. And now, oh yeah, now the padlock is so. Padlock, and the just a seal. Now, I'm reading, let me talk of it. And now, the same, I then I'll try now. Padlock will see so much as a man question, and yeah, man. No man who a spiritual marriage dinner. What's there for PTV? so let me just say and yeah the na the say na wo de party of what to yeah the na woman and the one papa of Anthony so amen.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it. Pastor, what about
Pastor, they say, "Obi owa on renam, but the more and on the number of one. It's so we on one. And you talk to you video camera share now just say Jesus help you with number 3. But oh at the age of 33. No, I think about the multiple of 3.
Okay, thank you. Transformation. That is part of the person who said a yellow sheet, you know, a prayer person. The person who said it's only meant for meditation, and I said the whole year they need other prayers, yeah. And I think if you are fasting, say if you are not able to try to get that, you can also use it. And I think for the meditation. Okay, I think it's right. Oh.
Okay, thank you. But what try women, maybe with some egg cow, and I say or something. All this while I see, so I will say left now, which means something negative is coming. But right now, it's something positive. But what you said, people who I say, yeah, either to reverse it or to make it come true. Because sometimes your right eye will be shaking, but you don't know what is coming. Even if it's positive, you don't know. But then said prayer you will go, and I said there's something to do to activate it or to reverse it.
But the question is and the last time you also say, Olua, the old my man is a part of the body, I don't do pushing the room, the attack, and I want to apple. Now, some of the guys I have partnered. If you need to release your ancestors who are somewhere suffering, and also say, yeah, the rules of the year, that's it, yeah, send out as my woman of the Yamana, partner there, sorry, let's say, we know. We are the new ancestral will be our way to you, and I also remember the home.
Okay, so first question is what are the benefits of sunset? What of mudras and okay, the idea is that the only side any prayer be now the mudra come on. It's good, qualified, so it's not bad, it's a very good thing. But when the Mahaman planning there, it doesn't depend on anything. The Mahamantra is powerful on every idea to become powerful. But the old side the Mahamantra now you would have come on, no problem. But the Mahamantra in itself, you know, is powerful and it doesn't need anything to produce its own positive result. Number 2 question is during the lockdown, now I'm for being a Roman for and yeah, because the men are here, you the ministry of the movies, even ever cost 2,000. The year 2000, I say we are 10% of what you baby. I remember those days. But the truth is there. And yeah, Roman who be never say we are sending the young monk walker. And the word 666, you know, after my cheddar. Said a man will be almost a beast between a man and a man for expert, and it's never like that. The attorney said, "Look at this here, 666. The board will have my man from Argentina in Texas. 666, you know. Over your 6 room. Okay, can you know 18? 18 and 1, 8, over your 1 room, over your 8 room. Break it down. 6 plus 6 will give you 12. 12 is 1, 2. Over your 2 room. Okay, 2 number 1 plus 2 number, so you have 3 room. Then plus the 6, you know, and amount 9. 9 room. Look at anything album. What it means in it. The whole world, everybody, you bet you school here. The person, no, as I do, is number 9, how many are going? But that person will claim story number 9. And that number 9 is too bad. Now, me to me or one, that person will claim that power. Okay?
and one they will bring your home leader. So this person now, all claimants will be number 9, or your leader, or your home number 1. The number 10 is there, or that's not difficult to one and I will do that position, because there will be a lot of opposition, you know. And number 2, they will obey their destruction. So we can album, what it means is that as get to the end of the generation, you know, somebody, a human being will appear. When he appears, you know, obey goes through so many opposition because he wants to claim the position of God, number 9. And number 1, you know, obey to me as she that aim, you know. Now as we are number 2, obey destroy them. So a very technical thing. And yet any spirit to be appear anywhere, a leap by a one. COVID-19 by if you have seen other man by the plane here, those are players too. Or could be where some of them the other day restriction, not to them, and another part. So anyone about the piano, or not as others, you know, or original. So a number would say, spread to be the other here, a year or that we are, and as the one about them for the you know, this is our listening. Then I know that the people have a making a supreme person among for human beings. And because I number 1 or no. I number 3 because of making our position, we'll go to a lot to do it. But the other at the end. Then I'm saying number 2 to do I know the person will cause difficulties and fraud on the people. They live back and you'll be here and how you can answer. So this is no. So my friend is there or one day next will come to the flag of the top. So you go through it. Combine all the numbers, 6 plus 6 will give you 4, 1, 2, 1 plus 3, another hour. 3 plus the last is number 9. They don't you know getting an album we are a better of each number, no, the benefits may come as a similar. And then finally, you know, a better of say, you'll be a Obeba. Obeba so better to be able to win because Obeba started for number 9. And that's why number 1 or your leader. Now, because of the opposition, you know, there will be series of problems and number 3. So that's our position in here. It will actually make difficulties and pressure on the people because of number 2. So this is it. It will happen. You know, every of what this people understand is the same piano we have been able to do dance, you know, you're true. She has to say, but you got there. I'm not going to market down the time we are media. The time we say, we are that kind of thing, no? So we need to understand. And I'm very careful how the business out of Malaysia is never like going to be like that. The prayer woman said, judgment will come. Judgment in your mind. Because we have about 432,000 years. That was high last generation. After the year 5,027 or so, you will get a movie. You will get a movie until you have the other side. 2,000 years and 27 years ago, the Bible was written. Of the months, some about one of the Bank. And we in a Bible, I refer to as the end of you. Your time for death is very near. I can die tomorrow. So if I know that I'll die tomorrow, I come to my normal year. So that's the end the Bible was talking about. 2,027 years ago. Do I didn't say I would have been back now? What? I saw one of them. Okay. Or China, you bet us yes, and I bet or what? Or when you say yes, more than over this and the banks, you can't that comes to Munagro. You will give you a pass and you to the boss now. Why you put that money there? Now, see, they just have to be enlightened so that that fear in other freedom. I tell you that in your mind, you go back and but you see the map. The Bible say that corner will be a yes. The movement will be a new and see everybody a new. And see everyone a new. So judgment will come. But many wives are about because I'm more than and nobody see as a judgment about the family answering. And I'm and I'm going to say, I'm going to intro. You are canoe, a bedroom, you say, you are more than 425,000 years before this world will come to an end. It doesn't mean that JNANA will live for life forever. My lifespan is there, I will die, you will die. Other people will come. Like that, but one day, the man who is there, but not, who is women or yet, you are not yet. Oh, business be our yam, why you cost my year? Oh, I'm quite be our Muslim, 9 years old. I think we have next 2 months, and a man of Muslim no more limit. No. I did be at the way piano for this 1 year because at the Mudan might. And young might because I saw for an answer on more catch and then thing, yes, big number. Yes, who have been watching and things now about I guess yes to Boston, yes to Boston. And I've been telling you in the Bible, because yes, the second coming of Jesus Christ. That will be a coming one. The second of correct. The end of the prayer say, okay, Bible, I used to say. The end of the years, number 1 is almost okay with them. 2 for Abraham in the Agro. Yes, the Shannon, guy. You are happy to see me on the way along. When you know what? Yes, Abraham, Papa, the data. Who's Abraham who? Okay, Papa, what's the Bible? Abraham who see the type element. Then the Bible will be there that will be able to fly. And I also say, hey, what Abraham so that you have to say, that person is not Abraham who any day, say only you. Huh? See, yes, at that time, Abraham who any day. And also remember you as the son of Mary and Joseph, not remember you are, it's never second coming. Huh? All the women that question will might go to the people, you don't know. Because the Bible says, yes, kind, said, my Abraham, there's no woman, anything. I don't see any type in the mommy. And I'm Bible, when I tell you, Mr. Billy, who be anything, a different. Yes, he is the mammy, the papa. Now, Abraham. And Abraham man has even a yes ever qualified say Abraham graph so the moon and it means that yes, nobody clear but that. And I say what by all the firm was say, maybe a chum, Nipana would give it to master or young grandmother or whom in a little year. Not of a you don't call that the second coming. Huh? Anyway, you get there to know that the masters they come anytime. They have to come and save their children. That all the disciples Jesus picked. And then go for almost people. All those people in Yunnan were baptized in the name of Jesus Christ. So they all become the disciples of Jesus Christ. So wherever they are, Jesus must appear to save them. Because the master take a vow that he will take you back home back to God. So until salvation, the master always will come for you. So the Bible now say, yes to say Abraham person be hono, any day, or man to do. Yes, you have a kind, and a Bible now say, be a chum answer than the yes battle. There's a personality, Abraham who and any day. It means that Jesus even came before the time of fire of the son of Mary. You need to know that. So there are many things you don't know. I hate to why people say like that. You don't even know. So we need to take our time to study these things. I'm not boy, I'm a BBS to me. You know, lockdown, Roman phone area, and wait. Yes, the world order will come. That will project us to the end of the generation, but not now. They say, they are never said, if you are about to be, I don't have my country. How many years? Yes.
Highest age, no.
That's any panel. The temple party say. Now, when ye awo ama awo ama on ananum, who take a new year and over 10 years. At that time, no, Obi, I was 3 years. Only them Messia or Benyon or the work. The young you do time, no. They are so young, no, yeah. Maybe a job who wants to be a wooer. 90 years, 112, 1985. That and then number 26, 27. Only about 55 or more. You are going to over 40 billion of money to do. People are dying so quick. First, when you were dying, people 10 years here. Now, yeah, look at that. Those of America, time and McDonald's, and long time, and football basketball, long. Now it is coming down. So the more you live, your lifespan is becoming diminished. Even our size, our level of understanding, our intelligence. Mobile phone back first, that's 15, 16 years ago. Now, mobile phone. That's 50 telephone numbers. So, maybe telephone number. You say it okay. Like I know the space to space. Over for free here. Okay, so number I say. You don't go with the people. Over bonus again. Mom, how many persons are one year about telephone number with you? Huh? Why do you say we are to the country and eat it? You're tuning more. The level of our thinking is actually coming down. The level of our thinking is actually coming down. Yeah, very lazy. Yeah, they enter down from studio. So many years, so a few years ago, we got it. 2000, and I'm now 5,000, I'm 600. I can say, what do you want to put on? I can say, you see, I got it. We're not 200, I'm going to go for it, and I'll go back home. Now, over the Twitter. And you're telling me that now, why do you hear the air as much as before? A young Sapa, never. If I do have been a new syndrome for young kite. By those days, Obi Flaviasi or bank crime, or new be a telephone number, or nimber be any party, or Flaviasi a bank crime on Namsa, and then can you go to Kumasi without going to having a telephone about the person you're going to meet? What is possible? When you're possible, how can I go to Kumasi when I don't even know the person's house? I don't know where he lives, then your telephone number. By those days, people would travel like that. Obi Ewu, yes, if I be there, yes, if I or Yamukuro. You put any of say, no telephone number. You will go to Yamoso Pro Abidjan and you go and meet the person. Our grandmom is there, telephone number here. All of a sudden, we are our mind is actually deteriorating all the time. And the scripture says that before the end time comes, if I didn't from grass. But if so much is there. They say at the end, no mobile phone on the power. I'll just tell you the gateway, move from the back. One for Mamia. The stronger person survives. At that time, we go through by only Obama now condon who to hide them a kind of one after now. Now, we're not the poor. Now, my mistake. I'm not going to move on. We are going yet because again, you. Baby. People will be so evil, sad. They will think of only ourselves. And if your body that man is saying, they will wait when the baby is born, they will kill the baby and eat. You don't have any idea where the world will lead to. So I tell you that in your mind, remember being your audience there, lock down there by the Roman phone, and nobody can leave them. Then, okay, we'll say. Sir, open to be jai at the rear. I will be an Sahana. And I don't much better, nothing I can do. That the so be an Sahana for your pro, but you are. Who come for to get them? Only Bata or the be a kind of a man. Or the people you see her. Or be Oha. Chrono, I said to the point I didn't go on temper or Papa. No, I class or what you do is that. The more we read now, the community funding now what would the nice of the other account. Now what pay? I mean, because of the I don't like to kill this but that's the only thing I know. How could people see our egg? Now the idea of about someone. But we're not going to be now the Nina has to start to see all the old houses are both announced or we are limited down. Find out we are white. net down the way with the good. Now, why is that? They're not that tiny baby or boy with the other one. Now the egg and I go to the baby, a football at any. Then you found on hope, yet you would cut. Huh? The one I would be trying to go there for
the person. Next I hear me there, God is here. Tell me whether the person is so silly.
The very powerful mystical act, the person will not feel anything that doesn't belong to him. Then the next one is
so the lines in your palms,
keep changing.
Yes, every 7 days, the lines in your palms changes. Every 7 days.
But when your palm is you might not know. And the main information about you is not the lines though. They are the information behind the lines. So anybody who is initiated into palmistry, you have a special prayer you have to recite before you open the palm. Because the lines will depict so many things, but the real things are written under. One say, "Say, or money how woman to move, and one day, or more book the prayer or mother of kind." Those signs, or kind of what one I was only and you probably over to say, a mean or the so there are signs there in our palms, yeah. A mentally impaired no money. So these are the things you read, not the lines. Over the lines in your palm, every 7 days they keep on changing. Then I'm seeing thinking of death. Wouldn't it bring death to you? In fact, Obibiana or you are positive because the person is thinking of death and the resultant reaction is that the person will live a righteous life. Obi or that person is very careful. So what is that the next minute over to you? Next to you, oh, you will try to live a righteous life. And don't forget, Obibiano on a lifespan. You cannot increase your lifespan. You can only reduce your lifespan with your activities, not with your mind. And no matter where you are born here, you understand? I go back to my 52 years. I want to one day over to man to create a 10 packet. And science will tell you, say, lands now won't know to get in the which never got our lands to do. Everybody will answer even though you are not 50 years by your own activities, you reduce our lifespan for 50 or about 35. So, yes, to have a lifespan of 50, your activities can reduce it. Good activities will give you the maximum of your lifespan. So when you think of death, exchange your life. And how we are not saying, and how we are not saying, how many years they can keep. Not that what you going to know to give from out. No. What you say, what you have to do in a bomb from your life. And no matter Basa, and you go to them. You will be there. They will actually enhance you. The lifespan that was given by nature. Now, baby, now they tell me about preaching tests. We're going to be and I just got it. Someone did help. But when I told you guys, I put a seal on it. Yes, because most of the time, I still say, when people come to us like this, those who spend their time, their money, time over the years, if you have something like the majority of people don't have. So when I started going to community now, taking those things because that time now, instead of following and taking this way, now when your medicines I will never take much air again. The meditation you are learning now, many of you, the kind of thing, if you know what will be happening by this meditation, I will open your mouth. If I tell you how much money I paid before I was taught these things, I'm talking about the meditation now, you won't believe it then. And I also is freestyle. So, every not a 300 participants, every month we are not a $199 a year for that, now I put $2,000. I say I'm a $1,000 every month we are have to pay $90. And it means that Zoom account and I use a year. We spend more than $3,000. But we are teaching you these things free. I cherish you guys, and I want you to take advantage. Those who are lazy will not take this thing serious. I won't spend more than $3,000 in land. Never. Make me to land about $3,000. But we put a platform when you get very smarter, you will pay attention and take it very serious. Maka, your meditation we are for 8 times. About 2 months. Obi be our transformation member or best friend with unnecessary say na JNANA and I'm a Juma Salmon yet and I'm wearing a make juice cans na Mayamo. No, I mean it. Let's say, yeah, meditation we have for 2 months, I only 2. Yeah, for 2 months, that's 8 times. Now be our registered member transformation that you're supposed to be part of the meditation. Now no man can keep here and I'm so that every day I will charge you with this that we listen. Because after 8 times of the meditation, you know, so I won't call you up for the idea, you don't need to tell me, you will keep it yourself. After 8 times of the meditation, you should be able to fix that problem yourself. So after 2 months, I still call me saying, but you must have been saying, I'm making the battle, but charge you 2,000 Ghana. Because I know that what you are not ready to learn anything. What the other will be no the animal, also table see home, also see home. Now, or what I can come of it. We are also a pack of it, you don't have a teacher to the take a person, no, you must pay for our service. The meditation you are doing is a secret from code, and anyone who will follow it, you will be happy. First thing. Very graceful, very deep, very sound. These are just the basics for you. Then at the end, you'll be able to achieve all these things by your own self. Now, when I was going to go, I was going to go to the we cannot keep on wasting our energy on you like that, so you have to pay for the services we will render. They are spending about $3,000 just to get a pay for you to benefit something filming. That's a one year not be out of the be and our best say, will come out of my channel. And there's a guy in France or Italy. Yes. Okay, when I went there, the guy gave me so many dresses. Many things will buy and study. We went in Papua. And I thought, this is the man who lost my back. I said, please take it. I tell why your mama no. Then I was that. I've never called you, but if you will hear my head, and I make sure say, when no man was there, I've been in Italy for so many years. So I decided to say, I was there. I will follow. They may hear Kenneth, they gave me the documents. This person has never ever called me on the phone before. Before even what you have done for me, and here in Sandra was a brother, and I just follow what you did to me, and I did make a film, and I'm going for money. So please, what I've been teaching, pay attention to benefit you, and you're pretty young, I'll never go to JNANA, and I am a patron of the Condemned or what you living in. And little by that, I don't happen, you know, between young of you. Because if you say, at least, no man makes that, and little by the okay? Thank you. I'm here the next question. Okay, the next question is it involves you killing any man. It is not the best of profession, but now you don't have any other alternative. Make plans for yourself. You want to stop this and do that. Gradually, later will arrange for you. Make yourself a person who get educated, that person who actually business, but you might have the source of income for you, you want to stop it. Now, some age and wisdom. You need to apply your wisdom when you are at it. Then I said, my past went from neighbor, my dad waiting now to be an amount of source of income. No. Wisdom will tell you, say, before you take one step, you need to know where you are putting it. The whole 2-9 baby or the position the Woodima, then 2-9. And it's a don't say I hope I don't buy it. I'm assuming, and I'm not vegetarian, and I'm a so you know, I hear where you die. As many people call me, and I'll tell you, JNANA, so I want to go and resign from where I'm working. And don't make that mistake. Take your time, go for the interview. When you get an appointment, go back and resign from where you are working. Because you work on resign. Over point of you never power. I've been all for system. That I'm over the dancer and an answer. So please, the overall your boots have put. Now you want to become a vegetarian. A graduate program say, I want to stop this. So as they go by and won't make it plans. I'm not to go with them here. Quickly you move and go to a different thing. Okay? So a dancer and as the years I just said, we are about one of them be the war. Then I want to have 2 years. Or so, may you 1 day by Namia Matoma be next year. One in a one or 3 people might be over the speaker fine. No speaker, no, or buy a panel, or say who said our party or someone may do with Yanama. Tell me about Jenna will be with Cat, the other water. And it's in a water. Not and what was that? Now to the kind of matter of what I say. If you were not 2 years, with your mammy, and they may know die. As I say, I'm going to put my if you don't mind about it. Oh, my. Or here I said, okay, I know when you're the flag. No, what y'all call. But before now, I can't 1 year or 1 year. You've lost it, and now you've lost this opportunity also. So in life, use wisdom. Now, by but you go to baby in here or say, who is people? Now, go was here. Whichever. So, was saying, a poor, now the people are but then you can crack. None of the men there is not white, and men I have to see them. So please, don't stop whatever is a source of income for you. Make sure that you do it with intelligence, make good planning. So the you can divert so that it doesn't affect you and those that depend on you. Then number 80 or 6, guidelines, 33 years. Okay, something about numerology. And there's something I'm not talking in numerology. In numerology, we call something the powers of numbers. 1, it will give you 2, but the 1 itself, it gives you the power of number 1. So when you 11, the end result of 11 will be number 2, which is not very good in numerology. But the 11 itself, it's number 1, number 1, 2. It means the power of 2 leadership mixing together. So before you get 2 out of 11, don't forget about the power number number 1 that you speak around. That's when I open 2 number 4. Number 4 number activity ambition, which is very good. But 2 in itself, I want negative aspect. So the 2, the result will answer number 4 number. When it comes to 3, there are multiples of 3. So before you have the 6 out of the 3, the 3, each of the 3 is a multiple. It's normal, the energy of it. So Christ was number 3. He died at the age of 33. Oh, come on, I don't know 6 years, but it is a multiple of 3. So he was actually still operating with his number 3. What I say? So even though Christ died at the age of 33, which will give you a decimal figure of number 6. But it is a multiple of 3, so he was still operating with the number 3. And then the yellow sheet for only meditation. In fact, there is something there, as Ben said, the mystical blue circle. A idea metric. We will write that in on the yellow paper. How to protect your environment, your business, we will get there. So with the yellow paper, there are many things we will do with it. But for now, we are doing only the meditation with it. So just focus on it. There are many other side issues that will come later. But you see here, write that request for the yellow sheet of paper and put it there during the meditation. Thank you. Then what to do after the omens, after seeing bad omens? Yes. So omen, and I want diarrhea. And yes, oh man, I won't know that the problem beba. Name a problem not ever mano and a home boy at all. So at times we because I must put a bad dream. A bad dream in a sense, but in one sense it's not a bad dream. It is a bad dream because the Kodiana who is the Bamwa and Yadia open. But a bad dream because a home Kaya said to say about the back. So it is not the omen that will bring you bad occurrences, but it is bad occurrences and not omen a year. And into the omen, what do you do? First, as we are very careful, any move be out overtaking. Everyone say when your omen be a car accident. Now you're a driver, you can tell yourself there, I'm not even driving. And I'm a mental I have to be very careful, very vigilant, no speeding. Maybe if a branch you will not be the main road, I will see how I will enter. I'll make sure there's no cars coming. You will take precautionary measures that Emma. And look what saying. You need to pray, say, divine protection to be on you. Say the idea never say man Emma. And look what saying. If you want to make the car team be able to use for protection, you go ahead and use it. And you know, the omen is actually alerting you of an impending calamity. And so, and yet, old men in the best are born in the banner, born in the banner, and old men in the so whenever I say it's a good omen, you take precaution measures, prayers, by following the medical things, and being careful. What is that? Yeah, basically. Thank you so much for the money answer. About to transformation. Transformation. Me pato JNANA ready. Ya pawo so pa mo ma yen hold you on na. Yen ko bo ye ma te because yen dey ma dey. In from obi ahram 13 time me ben one kan jam say you kumo do pa oni kumo dey ade me an. So dey me pa ya me pa ignite so pa JNANA na emienu. Vegetarian for there and a war left no. Say romantic group and non-vegetarian there in the world. Salad or jollof or rice or you know, and more near my same to that's what. If you back line no send me a band no. Non-veg there and a half and your vegina over 1 for 3 in Bama it's only transformation that is girls. And no be umba only no more fe. Me call program be who want by be the nimpane and pabo shane. But that is girls they are nothing. It's in Pamochopa and we have a fair and a vegetarian for the yes sister now. Oh me that see vegetarian for better line no yes sister. Me say right na so pepper. And a non-veg no pampune tilapia ni ade so eputo ewo me that pa. So you know my food music. You know, airborne nana, and my format. Is it was like a child? If you have questions, no, you have to
which was this here? JNANA knew here. Oh, I'm going to go. I made a home. Yeah, for the current being quiet, I say. Oh, me.
The patrol, who may not for the meantime. How long I'm working? Right, no, yeah,